Hey guys, I'm here to do kind of a different video for you today. It's a console review. Before I get started, I hope you're enjoying the Super Bowl. I'm watching it right now. Halftime show was amazing with Madonna and LMFAO. I loved it. That was amazing. We'll go ahead and get into it. The console is the FC Twin. Now this recently, well, not recently. I think it came out maybe like in 2002, 2003, around there. I bought mine used. I'm a game collector. I'm trying to be anyway. Like this I have a Genesis, I have a 64, I have an Xbox, I have a Game Boy Color, then I have a DS and a PSP, and this thing can play NES games and Super Nintendo games. And I only have 2 Super Nintendo games, so, but your Super Nintendo game, this is Mario Brothers, or Super Mario World, would go right there. And then your Nintendo game, this is the original Zelda, would go right here. And then that's how it would look if you had 2 games in there. That's how it would look. But I bought this. Hard to get the NES cartridges out, but I bought this last year sometime. I only bought it because it was cheap and it was cool to be able to play Nintendo and Super Nintendo and original Nintendo games in one console. This is only probably 20 bucks when I bought it. I know why this thing was 20 bucks. Here's the reset button right here, and this is the power switch. And this thing, mine has a lot of flaws. It's probably just my console, but I really hate this thing, and I'm going to tell you why. First thing is, this is only compatible with a Super Nintendo controller, and it comes with, you can plug in 2. This is what it looks like. You plug it in right there. So, like, if you want to use the light gun for Duck Hunt, you can't use it. You could probably use the one that they made for the Super Nintendo. And I also heard they made guns specifically for this monster. And there's games that are not compatible with this, such as Super Mario RPG. And like there is quite a few games that I found out are not compatible with this. I think there's even a Castlevania game that is not compatible with this, which really pissed me off. But again, this is the normal controller. It's okay for Super Nintendo, but for regular Nintendo, I mean, I'd rather have the original controller. And then this is the standard plug right here. You know, it's a box, and then you got, you know, the normal plug, and it goes in right there. Now here's the biggest problem with this. When I got mine, it came with this plug, which obviously probably did not come with this. It clearly says Radio Shack right on it. And I'm going to tell you what my biggest problem is. I like it like the GameCube or the Xbox, where there's like, for example, if I can find it, there's something that looks like this. This is the Super Nintendo port. Plug it into the back of the system, then you got these 3 things sticking out at the end. That's what I like. I don't like having to plug in, you know, these 3 wires right here. I can even find the right ones, you know, and then, you know, like I have all of my systems organized on my shelves. Like, let's see if I can show you. Okay, those are my shelves, and above the stereo is my Xbox, and the top shelf has the Genesis and the 64. You can't really see it that well. But, I mean, like, you know, I try to put it in there, and these cords come loose so easy. All I have to do is wiggle this thing, and they come loose. I mean, it's retarded. And also, the biggest bullshit thing that is wrong with this piece of shit right here is that when I play a Super Nintendo game, there is this loud, annoying, buzzing noise that goes on throughout the entire time that I play the game. Very rarely, on those once in a blue moon occasions, will this buzzing noise stop. Now, it's most likely it's the console, which I guess I can't beef about it that much, but my biggest complaints is these three, little cord things that you have to plug in on the back. Super Nintendo controller only, and games are not compatible with this. Only buy this thing if you're just wanting to buy like a Nintendo or Super Nintendo at a cheap price, then you can get this. I mean, now there's a lot of different models of this. Like, probably the most common one I think is, it's like gray, and right here it says Yobo, and the buttons are purple. But again, mine was only $20, and that's probably why it was marked down, was because they already knew it was going to be a shitty system. So I guess I can't really complain that much. It's probably just my system, but still, it really pissed me off. Then the Nintendo games work fine. It's just the Super Nintendo that pissed me off. Now, I want to buy a Nintendo and a Super Nintendo, but here's my problem. I'm gonna give you a problem, and then I want you, if you watch this, leave a comment, a video response, message me, email me, whatever. Okay. So it's come down to the time to where I want to buy a new system. Now, I really want to get a GameCube. I used to have one, but I sold it, and I believe I used the money for that, and I bought, I think it was like a couple games. I mean, I got very little money for it. The main reason I want to get the GameCube is for Luigi's Mansion, and like From Russia with Love, and a couple Mario games that are good. I really want to get that. I really want to get the PS1, which is the small PlayStation that has the screen. I used to have one of those too, but again, I sold it because the one I had sucked. Like this battery thing that I had kept, screwing up on me, and it was crappy. And there was some good games I had for that too. And I also want to get an original Nintendo and a Super Nintendo. The thing is, probably the main thing that's going to stop me is the price differences. The GameCube is $30, and original Nintendo is like $60 at the store that I'm going to. So one of the main things is that technically I already own a Nintendo, but I don't own a GameCube. So, what should I get? Do you think I should? Mainly, should I rebuy mine? And if I do buy one of these, it's probably going to be the Super Nintendo. So, should I rebuy a Super Nintendo, or should I buy a GameCube? So leave a comment, do whatever, because I really want your opinion on this. If you are familiar with these, if you're familiar with old game consoles. But yeah, this is my review of the FC Twin. It wouldn't be a bad system if it didn't have all the flaws that it has, especially with the game capability. I went on Wikipedia, and there was a pretty big list of games that apparently were not compatible with this, like Castlevania games and a really good Mario game. So leave, your comments and everything. You can message me, whatever. But that's my review, and I'll see you guys later.